Today was a big day, another roller coaster of emotions. Started off very down, I knew it would. The judge said, there isn't any excuse to be a whistleblower, you cannot act in the public interest. Nuremberg was decided wrongly and you just have to do whatever the army says no matter what, and there are no exceptions. And as he was saying that, I just thought, well, I'm definitely going to jail. My senior counsel, King's Counsel, got up and he was like, we're going to appeal that. Anyway, the judge said you can't, and my lawyer said we can, and my mood started going up, and we will. And so, yeah, I was feeling pretty happy after that. And then in the afternoon we had the secret squirrel session where the other people were up against had to clear the court for the secret session, and which was comical in itself. Someone stood up and said, one of the supporters said, that's not open justice, Your Honour. And good on them for having, you can see that people are gradually getting the courage, like in a bar fight, to do something. They took all the electronic devices out of the court. And then the court was suddenly full, and all the creeps, all the spooks came to watch. All these people that had no reason to be there. The court was almost just as full as it was before. And obviously all the Canberra dweebs had got the afternoon off to come and watch, because their lawyers were doing the business for them. There was nothing that they didn't like pull on his robe and say, oh, what about this? They just sat there and watched while he made submissions, acting as if they were some important. And I tell you, it didn't do them any good. Talk about national reputation. Australian spooks are not a particularly good look. If you'd said that they're the packers from, Aldi, you wouldn't have known. And they didn't look too many. I didn't see James Bond there, that's for sure. This is how creepy they are. There was nothing. They didn't say there was anything particularly in the documents that was going to cause national security damage, but they just said, if other countries know that people have read these documents, they won't want to share their secrets with us. But he says it like he really wants to have the death penalty or something. But he leaves out the fact that the Americans have had masses of leaks. Vault 7 from WikiLeaks took out, their most secret CIA stuff. They've recently had some guy caught selling secrets for money to the Russians or to the Chinese or to someone. In fact, there's some audience participation. I want everyone to just Google or whatever, how leaks from other countries. Which countries have had leaks? And I want you to post them on in the comments, because I think to show how ridiculous the government's argument is to say other countries won't trust Australia when all the other countries have had masses of leaks as well, many of whom have sold their secrets for money, and some of whose intelligence services aren't worth a pinch of shit anyway. So the idea that we have to worry about our future reputation, and that's the sort of stuff they're trying to put me in jail for, not a couple of years, like 20 years. That is the end of day 3. We'll find out whether we can actually appeal the idea that there is no public interest in the way an officer should act, that you can never say, I need to do the right thing for the nation, and that we only work for the government. That is central to my case, to say you don't work for the government, you work for the nation. And because the problem is, increasingly, the Defence Force just protects the reputation of the minister. Now that is wrong. They need to protect Australia, and they're trying to put me in jail for thinking that. So thank you to everyone who's been tuning in.